Hey, good. I guess you could say early good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I guess I thought I'd give my 2 cents on something that one of the people I've subscribed to have talked about. And that is the fact that Marvel has decided, I guess Marvel and the person writing the book right now, have decided to cancel The Amazing Spider-Man after issue 700. Now, I'm kind of surprised by that, but then again, maybe, I don't think, with what I've heard in its recent history in the past few years, I shouldn't be. I mean, and this is coming from somebody that basically has a lot of Spider-Man in his collection. I mean, in his comic book collection. Matter of fact, if you look at my comic book videos, and I might do a newer one soon, I practically have a lot of Spider-Man. As a matter of fact, I have this right here is the 500th issue of Amazing Spider-Man. Right there. So, to hear that it's being canceled, it's a bit of a surprise, but not really. Again, given the fact of what people have said about its history, its recent history and everything, and its story arcs. Now, I'm not sure if it's being canceled. I know there's going to be more details brought out. People are going to want to know more about why it's being canceled. But to me, I think maybe the reason is because they've ran out of story, and perhaps whoever is doing the writing right now is like, and whoever's in charge right now is probably like, what else can we do with this guy? I think honestly, this is exactly what maybe Louis Lomberg, Linkara, or Lumberg, I'm sorry if I pronounced his last name wrong, but Linkara said in his vids. Basically, I think this all goes back to the one more day situation. And I think whoever's in charge right now is like, you know what? We really didn't have to mess with the continuity. We really didn't have to do this with one more day. We could have just left it the way it was. Now, I do understand that they're going to do a huge reboot for what is known as Marvel Now. In other words, basically making things up to date, putting the characters not just Spider-Man, but I'm pretty sure Fantastic Four, the Avengers, Iron Man, Hulk, Black Widow, Captain America, the X-Men, Hawkeye, Ghost Rider, the list just goes on and on. Daredevil, that I think they pretty much want to update them to what people see now on television and what they see in the movies. So I think that's why they're doing it. Another main reason I think also Amazing Spider-Man is being canceled is, again, they don't have much for him anymore because of the damn, because as many people put it, the accursed situation, the unnecessary situation that occurred years ago with One More Day. I'm pretty sure the person that came up with the decision, along with some others, said, you know what, maybe we shouldn't have let Joe Quesada, who did the story at the time, and JMS, who helped him out, I'm sure, but mostly Joe Quesada. They're probably thinking now, you know what, maybe we shouldn't have let Joe Quesada, do what he did. Maybe we shouldn't have allowed him and JMS to kind of come up with this concept. So, I'm thinking that's why they're ending the comic the way it is. I mean, it's a surprise that when you think about it, this whole situation started, if I remember correctly, let me look through my issues here that I have. It's kind of surprising that it really just all started when you think about it. Again, let me see. That's sensational. Yeah, it's kind of surprising that it started, I think, in Spider-Man 538. It's in Amazing Spider-Man 538 that this all began, if you will. And then I guess it kind of continued on to this right here. This is, I guess this is the beginning right here of One More Day. This is the first issue of One More Day right here. This is issue 544. So think about the whole situation. When you think about the whole situation, it began with Spider-Man issue 538, I believe, and issue 5, and especially when it comes to One More Day, issue 544. Sorry for the shaking there. But again, it's kind of amazing that that's basically how the reboot with Mephisto, the Mephisto situation began. And I'm pretty sure when you look back at 700 issues, it's going to end at that when you think, well, it got rebooted, officially got rebooted from 44, 45, 46. You're essentially looking at, ladies and gentlemen, 164 issues of a reboot. 164 issues that take place after that situation. And basically, look at this, 164 issues later, they're ending it. So, I'm pretty sure if you're a long-time fan, it shouldn't come as much as a surprise. But again, I think it all has to contribute, and some of you may disagree with me, and some of you may agree. It all has to contribute to what happened with the One More Day situation. Again, I'm pretty sure the people over at Marvel are like, you know what? If we wouldn't have let that happen, maybe we wouldn't have to end the book. Because I think what it is it's not just because I don't think it doesn't just have to do with the whole Marvel Now situation that they got coming or they got going, and the reboot and I guess a planned reboot or whatever the hell they're going to do with the universe. But I think it's more along the fact that as far as Amazing Spider-Man goes, it's like we have nothing else to do with this book because it's basically going to be the same thing over and over again. I mean, unless they plan to basically, by the 700th issue, which I'm not sure what the story arc is going to be for that just yet. I'm pretty sure we'll get more information. But I'm pretty sure that whatever they do, hopefully, will allow the book to end on a good note, on a high note. Maybe, perhaps maybe, I'm not saying they would do this, but perhaps maybe they'll allow it to where the whole situation with Mephisto will be reversed in some way. So I'm not really saying that. I'm not saying they'll do that or anything, because again, I don't know what they got planned for that issue, for that last issue. But all I can say is this: I'm pretty sure, again, a lot of people may disagree and agree with me, but it doesn't. What's going on right now doesn't just have to do with what Marvel's got planned. Otherwise, reboots, Marvel Now situation or whatever. But it's more along the lines that I think it's because they have nothing else for the character to do since everything occurred with One More Day. So, that's just my honest opinion though, and if I'm wrong, hey, I'm wrong maybe in some areas, but let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like, and I will talk to you all later.